Hey everybody, Elaine Pauly here for MagnaWave office hours. Pat is hopefully going to join me soon. He's having some technical difficulties with his internet, so we're going to give him a few minutes to get that booted up, as he is on the road right now on the MagnaWave Express, which, if you didn't know, it is a RV that my dad travels around the United States in. That's how we started MagnaWave. Him and my mom did all 50 states in the RV. Well, not Hawaii. Close enough though, right? They even went to Alaska. They've been everywhere in the MagnaWave Express, and it will also be at MagnaCon this year. So if you're coming to MagnaCon, you will get to see and check out the MagnaWave Express. And he's also in Florida, I believe, even doing 2 or 3 stops on his way home from Florida to see some of our practitioners. So we're really excited about that, and we'll have more details of that as it develops here. So hello, tell me where you're at. We have Rob in Ardrossan. I don't know how to pronounce that, Rob. I am in Kentucky, and I'm very Southern, and I don't know if I said that word right. Rebecca, hello from New York, and Katie in Minnesota. Hello, Christy Farmer. Good morning from Oxford, Michigan to Terry. Hi, everybody. Hi, Sandy, Travis. Okay, so I'm really glad to start office hours with you all today. Yeah, Cameron Rush, hello. He's 2 offices down from me right now, so he could probably even hear me talking and doesn't even need to have the sound up because I'm a loud talker. Hello, ProForce PMF in Virginia. Kim in Oregon. We got Taylor in Maine. John Stevens, hello, John, in London. Sandy in Oregon. Sophia in Las Vegas. Kim in Northern Illinois. Look, I love seeing all these people from everywhere. Maybe you see somebody who's in the same area as you and you can become friends. Brianne in Northern California. You know, it's always good. I always say MagnaWave is a community, not a competition. So it's good to find other MagnaWavers in your area because you end up learning from each other and sharing clients and helping each other out when you go on vacation. I love it. Nicole in Cape Cod. Ooh, Nicole, I'm jealous. It's a beautiful place. Northern Illinois, Lacey. South Dakota, Carly. Is it cold still in South Dakota? I don't know. Maybe not. Let's see. Kim. Oh, you all are talking to each other. So we got 3 Oregon people, I think. Emily, good morning. Tracy, hello, Tracy from Indiana. And Eastern New Mexico for Stev. And Maureen in Chicago. Okay, I've said hello. So it's good to see everybody. Feel free to ask your questions in the comment box there. And then when my dad gets on, you may be able to also call depending on his internet situation. So we'll please comment. I like to give things away. So when I'm on the show, I like to do it immediately when I'm on office hours. So the more you comment, the more questions you answer. We'll pick a number. We'll count that number down to the comments. And then the winner will get a prize at the end of the show. I don't know what it is yet, but I'll think of something and give it away. Top line priority in New York. Kayla at Southeast Florida. And Kim in Pennsylvania. I just got back from vacation. Hey, Sean Rowe in Evansville, Indiana. I know you. That's my cousin. Anyways, I just got back from Florida. And we had the most amazing time. I took a week off, and it was amazing, you all. I cannot tell you. I even took a week off my business builder class, and I just, put my butt in the sand and relaxed with my kids. It was just beautiful. I haven't done that in a long time, so I'm coming off of that, so I'm feeling good and relaxed and happy. So I'm happy to be here with you guys. All right, Carly asks, I've been working on my stallion who had ulcers last fall. He still kicks at his belly when I work on his back. Any ideas to help him feel better? Wow, Carly, good question. I would say, so when you're working on his back, he kicks at his belly. But he doesn't do it when you're not working on his back. I think I need a little bit more clarification on that question, and then I'll get you a good answer there. Okay, yes, Northern Lights MagnaWave, we all need to recharge. Even with the MagnaWave, I will say this. My son got sunburned because he's my son and he doesn't listen. He's 10 years old, and he was playing football on the beach with his friends. I kept reapplying. Everybody who I was around and I was able to reach did not get sunburned, but my son did get sunburned. And he was just miserable. And so what I did was I rubbed aloe all over his back. I rubbed it all because I got him in the front real good. But then he took his shirt off in the back, right back here, got sunburned really bad. And I put the MagnaWave on him. Actually, I was testing a new machine that we've been working on for a few months. So I'm really excited about that. It'll be a year or 2 before it comes out. But I was able to use that machine, and I treated his back, and it was unbelievable. Like he was up, running around, feeling so much better the next day. And I was amazed at how quickly, I mean, he was just, I was worried about him sleeping on his back because of how, miserable he was. And we were able to pull all that sting out with the MagnaWave. So if you've never used MagnaWave or PMF for sunburn, check it out. It really, really, really does help. It's pretty amazing. Okay, so, and then one more thing before I get to questions. I'm really excited about something, Chris, I don't know if you have any pictures, but we are announcing that we are allowing the LZR, if you've heard me talk about it, the LZR red light will be available for rent. We are try before you buy, I think what we're calling it now. So you will be able to try before you buy the LZR. 100% of that try before you buy cost goes towards the purchase price of the machine, just like all of the rentals on all of our devices. So you could try before you buy every machine that we sell. And then 100% of that try before you buy comes off the purchase price of the machine. So if you are interested in getting into MagnaWave PMF, or you're interested in trying the LZR, you can now try before you buy on the LZR as well as all of our MagnaWave PMF machines. So the way that you do that is you just go to the try before you buy tab on MagnaWavePMF.com, or you could go to any of the product pages for the LZR or any of our machines and hit try before you buy on those pages as well. And it will take you to the try before you buy tab and give you the information so that you can fill out the form and begin that process. So again, the LZR is now try before you buy, which I'm really excited about. I know a lot of you are interested in using it and how to use it. We do have full training on the LZR as well as guidelines in our MagnaWave mobile app. So that's exciting. Let me get to some of these contacts here. Let's see. Emily says, I also used MagnaWave when I got sunburned for my Florida vacation. It worked great. It's amazing, Emily. Like, I was shocked at how well. I guess I shouldn't have been, because it does pull out inflammation, but I was shocked. Like, I didn't realize how quickly he felt better. Okay, Carly says, so we're talking about the kicking with the ulcers. He only kicks when I work on his back. He's fine on his butt and other areas. He did it before diagnosed with ulcers. He was on meds last fall, and it seemed to clear up. Carly, I don't know. That's a really good question. Have you talked to your vet at all about this? And maybe try some HydroWave. I could think, that could help with some of those gut issues, as well as like maybe possibly his feed or something that he's eating is causing this problem as well. But I wouldn't know if he's still kicking only when you're treating. I would maybe stay away from the back area. And maybe my dad will have more insight on that, but I would say maybe try some HydroWave in his water. That would be my best advice to help with some of that inflammation in his gut, because that's what the HydroWave is good for. It kind of gets in to some of those smaller areas and really pulls out that inflammation. Rob says, great news on the try before you buy for the LZR. Yes, we're very excited. So if you want to try it, again, go to MagnaWavePMF.com. I think we'll put the link in the comments. Try before you buy program is available now. Okay. Katie Bettis, I have a friend that has a German Shepherd that has ulcer in her mouth and has had a lot of muscle wasting. She has been tested by the vets and all that has come back normal. Any recommendations to help her? She is 6 years old. My friend would like to get her back to enjoying life. You know what? Any type of ulcer, I would try the HydroWave in the mouth, put it in the water, two of the little serving size. So I think it's ounces, 2 ounces in the water every single day. As well as Magnawaving the area to help speed the healing would be my best advice there. Okay. Let's see. Nicole, I'm working on a mini with repeat laminitis. He also has had sticky stifles. I've been going slowly and he seems to be getting better, but do you have any advice on long-term treatment? So, I mean, those are really serious issues. So I would get on a very secure maintenance plan. I don't know how often you're doing treatments, but 2 to 3 times a week would be the best thing, and just plan for that for a while. Or I would rent them a machine, which if you can, we do have a program for that to allow you to do that. So you could check that out in the practitioner portal. But I would maybe rent them a machine to get ahead of some of those things so they can maybe do daily treatments. And then I would also recommend that you switch your coils around so that you're not doing the exact same thing every time. So maybe if you have a butterfly loop that you're treating an area, then you close that butterfly loop or use a zoom paddle or the large loop around those areas so that you're coming at the cells at a different direction. Let's see. Okay, you all are doing such a good job. I'm getting a lot. Yeah, Chrissy says my external with ulcers is treat internal and external. She used silver lining herbs, and that's kind of very similar to what I'm saying, Chrissy, with ulcers. Like there is the silver molecule is in the HydroWave. It's bonded to the water molecule, so you don't have to worry about taking too much or having, turning blue or any of those issues that comes with colloidal silver, because it's not colloidal silver. It's actually bonded to the water molecule. So that's why I love HydroWave, because you could put it in the water and you get that internal and external. If you're using the MagnaWave too, you get those benefits. So that's what Christy's saying. She's used silver lining herbs. You can also use the HydroWave. That's also those type of things working together. Stacking those modalities are great. The LZR would also help with some of that. So I would definitely look into stacking multiple modalities for those issues. Okay. Very interesting. LZR would like to know more about it, what it helps with and how it works. Kim, if you are in the practitioner portal, I know you're a practitioner, please log in, go to MagnaWavePMF.com, log in the practitioner portal. We have a ton of information in there. Also, if you have the MagnaWave mobile app, there's videos all about the LZR, but basically it's red light and ultraviolet light. And what I've found is so amazing is that when I know you all have done this. If you're a PMF practitioner, a MagnaWave practitioner of any type, you have used the machine and had somebody say, well, I don't feel it, or I don't have the results. When I put the LZR with the MagnaWave, I've never had that happen. Never. Okay. So they just enhance each other in such an amazing way. What I also really like about it, if somebody has an implanted battery operated device, or maybe they're worried about something they have going on like blood clots or stuff like that, I found that doctors are more able to clear with the LZR, and they're more able to, they understand it a little bit better because red light and ultraviolet light have been around. So I start with that, and I'm able to then work my way up to, adding the MagnaWave PMF. So I think that it just adds a different aspect, a different layer to your business. I've seen people help with hair regrowth. Weight loss is a big one. I always talk about how I've lost at least 2 inches around my waist. I'm in a dress right now today that I never would have been able to wear 2 years ago because of that extra tire from having 3 children and 3 C-sections around my stomach. So I totally believe in the LZR, and I think it's a great, it just adds so much to what we're already doing. And that's the reason we added it to the MagnaWave line, is because we realized that, using multiple modalities is how you really stack the benefits of using this type of wellness. So I also have been using the LZR with the Wave Oasis. So you get the vibration, the red light, and the PMF at the same time. And the results have been amazing. I think it's something like, if you use the LZR correctly with the vibration and the PMF, you can burn 500 calories in 15 minutes. So I would, it's worth checking out. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see. Okay, working on a horse with intermittent front lameness. Believe he has OCD in his shoulders. I MagnaWave his full body, also treating shoulders for extra 10 minutes. I treat once weekly with, oh, there he is. Hi, Dad.
Hello, how we doing? Can you hear me?
Good. Yes.
Great. Okay, I'm sorry. We've had all of our internet replaced here at our resort, and we've been having issues today, but it's work. I'm on using 2 or 3 different modems, so we're back. We're also on Castbox. I'm going to launch. We're also in Clubhouse today. So, hello.
Hey, I got a question I think you can help with.
All right.
Okay, so Kim says she's working on a horse with intermittent front lameness. Believe he has OCD in his shoulders. I MagnaWave his full body, also treating shoulders for extra 10 minutes. I treat once weekly. Would the LZR benefit this horse?
Sure. I mean, it's a challenge, but it's very complementary into what they're doing. Now, the question is where the issue is coming from. You want to use the LZR in that area, just like you would use the MagnaWave in that area. Is it absolutely necessary to use the LZR with it? No, but could it be beneficial to it if you can separate the hair and be able to get into the area?
Yes. I agree. And you could treat a little bit longer through the hair. We've added some guidelines in the MagnaWave mobile app that speak to this. So that may be able to help as well, if you could find that area. Carly says the Is the HydroWave good for any horse? Can I give it to the other horses? My stallion shares his water tank with the next pin beside him. And yes, I would say yes. The HydroWave, you put it in the water. It's good for all the horses, right?
Sure. I mean, it's not going to become contaminated, and the silver in the HydroWave is going to help keep the water clean and disinfected. So as they're drinking it, if they're sharing it, that's fine.
Yeah, and just speaking to that, keeping the water clean. So I just spoke to everybody about how I went out of town last week, and I actually, when I leave, I have an outdoor cat. And I have one of those automatic waterers, and people, obviously come by and check on the cat, but I put at least 2 ounces of the HydroWave in that automatic waterer so that while we're gone, if the water isn't changed for 1 or 2 days, none of that slime goes around it. And it's amazing, you all. Like, it's amazing. I feel like it's helped. My cat had horrible shedding issues, some diabetic issues, and I started adding that HydroWave, and it was amazing. So yes, keeping the water clear and just really helping with overall wellness and bacteria issues is the point of using the HydroWave in the water. You can drink it. I add it to the water that I drink at home.
Absolutely. HydroWave is very beneficial to help purify the water as it helps purify and clean your body.
Okay, so here's another one, Dad. My mare has healed from her bone bruise on a recent vet evaluation forum. Different/new to us vet said my mare must have rolled her fetlock, did tendon damage, and now her joint is going to fuse. I don't know how else to help my sweet mare. Any thoughts on preventing the fusing? Ooh, that's a good one.
Boy, that's a good question. It depends how anatomically based it is. Obviously, the injury caused the situation to become relevant, but if you can improve the circulation, as we know that improved circulation can help the retard the buildup of calcium, which is going to be part of the fusing. So if you just have good circulation in the area and you treat the area specifically, it may help retard that from occurring.
Yeah. That's great. Okay, I got another one. I'm just going to read them to you like I'm interviewing you. Okay, here we go.
And then I have some phone calls from last week that we can also take.
All right, when we get a little slow here, we'll do that. And Dad, I do want to say I did announce at the beginning of the broadcast before you got on about the new LZR rental program that we are doing the try before you buy for the LZR, just like we offer for all of our machines. So that's why we've gotten a little bit more LZR questions. So Chelsea says, trying to avoid SI injection for my 8-year-old TB, treating one time a week. She's working 6 times a week and on Legend, Adequan, monthly adjustments, and saddle fitter regularly. How often do you recommend PMF sessions for the SI joint?
Well, I would certainly, if she's treating once a week, and if that's becoming an issue, I would treat the old story that I always say, treat as long as function continues to improve and treat as often as necessary to maintain function. It's very difficult to say, well, you can do it once a week or once every 2 weeks. So you want to gauge that on how the horse reacts. If the horse starts backing up on you, and what I mean is backing into the problem, then you want to treat a little more often. So what I would do is treat twice a week or 3 times a week, and then maybe back off to 2 and see how the horse holds. If the horse starts backing up again or developing the problem, then treat. So just as often as necessary to maintain the function that you're looking for.
Great. And then Lacey asked a question about the HydroWave. I've never used it before. She says, can I buy the concentrate and dilute to make the wound spray? If so, what is the dilution? Is it the same as the 4 ounces to 1 gallon of water for drinking? No, Lacey, it's 50-50. So you want to make sure you have 50% water, 50% HydroWave. That's the dilution for the wound spray, and you can absolutely do that. So those are available in the practitioner portal if you're a practitioner with us, and then also available on the website. Okay, so Dad, do you want to go ahead and do some phone calls?
Yeah, let's pull up one here and have a call. This is Leslie we'll be talking to. It'll take just a second to get her up. And of course, folks, you got your daily motivational speech or the daily motivational tip from MagnaWave on Amazon Echo. So you want to certainly sign up for that. Elaine might be able to tell us how that happens.
Yeah, so if you would like to...
Hold on 1 second. All right, we're ready. I forget who it is. Hello, good morning.
Leslie.
Got 2 questions.
All right.
My horse had a spasmodic colic episode about a week and a half ago, and I did MagnaWave her in the guidelines in the app, it mentions more for impaction, and I've had good luck using it for gas colic before. For spasmodic colic, would the indications for use be any different?
They'd be about the same. You want to help calm the body, calm the area that's having the spasms, and so MagnaWave may be very helpful in that. The question is, what's causing it? Is it anatomical that's causing this to occur, or something else? And so that's the only variable that would be there, but the use would be very similar.
Okay, yeah. Well, I followed the guidelines, and then afterwards I was wondering if I should have maybe done a lower setting. I did kind of alternate.
That's good. That, just variable, as long as the animal is comfortable. You don't, it may be different if it's an impaction. You might want to have a little more intensity to deal with the impaction, to massage the area to help break up or move the impaction. However, if it's from the issue that you're having, you may not need as much intensity, just a calming approach.
Okay.
For the spasms.
Okay. And the second question, I have a Semi-3, and I missed part of the office hours last week where they were discussing using compressed air to clean the machine. Since there's no vents or fan, is it still advisable to use compressed air? I do vacuum.
Vacuuming is fine. What I would do is just occasionally blow around the buttons, because they can get a little dust. As minute as those openings are, just blow it. You don't have to do it nearly as much as a machine that has a fan that's actually sucking air into the machine and dust into the machine. So they're much tighter than what the fan machines are. So I would just occasionally just blow the edges, blow around the on and off switch, blow around the start stop switches, just to keep them clean. And it will get in there and break up any dust that could accumulate on the electronic parts.
I do. Can I add to that?
We have a question. Yes.
I would also make sure that you clean your attachment and where the attachment goes into the machine with the Semi-3, especially if you have the legacy coil, which has the clip, or if you have the twist, because that is the most important part on the digital devices that is cleaned. Like, that needs to be blown out and cleaned out more than any other part, because if there is a break or even hair where that doesn't connect, that will shut your machine off.
Very good point.
Okay.
Yeah, clean those plugs as much as you clean the machine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Good to know. Thank you.
Okay, send an email to support@MagnaWave PEMF, and let's send books this week. Let's send a copy of my book.
Thanks.
Okay, that's great.
We'll do it. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Very good question. Go ahead, Elaine.
Yes. We did get, let's see, somebody just said there, Carly Kirkpatrick said, Pat, I got your book and I'm loving it already. Started reading it last night. So again, if you're on the phone call today, you'll get a book. And then we did mention that we're going to give a prize away at the end of the show for commenting. So that's very exciting. And then we have another question. Kim says, excited to attend my first MagnaCon. And Brenda asks, is there any chance there will be slots opening for MagnaCon? So we are sold out of in-person tickets for MagnaCon. But there is a chance. Well, I don't know. Let me tell you that. I don't know. If Stephanie were here, who's the head of MagnaCon, she'd probably tell me absolutely not. There won't be any chance. I like to have hope that there will be. We are in Kentucky. We do have issues on how far apart everybody has to be. And so we are hopeful that those, will be pulled back, those restrictions, so that we can actually, the hotel will allow us to have more people. But right now we are sold out. So if you have an in-person, if you haven't gotten an in-person ticket and you'd like to attend, please just go ahead and buy a live online ticket, a virtual ticket. At least that way you could do virtually. And then when we open it up, you will be available to get the full ticket purchase.
That's perfect. And do we have a list for those in case there's a cancellation or something?
Yes, Stephanie will be able to tell you where that list is. Chris, Bramley, could one of you ask Stephanie, because I know she does have that list and she does have a way to do that. I just can't remember how to do it. Okay. Is there a cap for virtual MagnaCon tickets? Taylor, no, but we will at some point. I think about a week before we do say That's it, just so that we can make sure that you have all the information. We can make sure everybody logs in. So there is a point where we do cut off those sales because there's information that needs to be sent to you. We need to make sure that you are involved in every drawing. So any last minute people may miss some of that stuff.
There you go.
Beverly says, what machines are available for the 6 months, same as cash purchase? Beverly, good question. I believe all of them. So Cameron could get on and answer that more, but I have our sales director, but I'm pretty sure most of our machines, especially I know the Pulse Pro, the Julian Duo, and the Soul are available for the 6 months, same as cash program. So he can go in and comment more on that. But yes, we do have 6 months, same as cash available right now for our machines, as well as the try before you buy program for every single machine. So you can try any of our machines before you purchase them. And 100% of that try before you buy comes off the purchase price. Or at the end of it, you can just return it. So that's great.
There you go. Okay, let's see. Allison's got a question for us. Let me get Allison up here.
Hello?
Hey, Allison, it's Pat.
Hey, Pat.
How are you?
Oh, this is fun. I'm great. How are you?
Good, good, good. You have a question for us?
I do. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, my question is about the LZR and treatment sites. I've got people who are super excited about it, including myself. Is there a maximum number of sites that can be treated in either a session or a whole day before the light therapy loses its effectiveness at individual sites?
Wow, that's a great question. I would just off the top of my head, and we'll get that with Dr. Turchin, but I would assume if you're treating a shoulder and then you're going to treat somebody's hip, or you're going to treat their knee or ankle, or the same thing on a dog or a cat or a horse, multiple sites are not an issue. I think the biggest issue is how long you treat each site. Some sites, because of the animal, because of its size, if you want to get some penetration at the sacrum, you might want to do 2 or 3 sessions on that particular area. Whereas on an ankle or a knee, you probably would only do 1 session or 2 sessions at a minute each.
You're talking on the same day? Or
yeah, the same day. I don't think it makes a multiple locations have a problem.
Okay.
No, you can do that.
A couple people who are having the LZR treatment over the site of an active injury, and the therapeutic feeling is so wonderful to them that they say, oh my gosh, can we do another minute or 3 minutes? There's no sign of adverse reactions. Is there any detriment to allowing multiple minutes to exceeding the 1 minute time frame on an individual site?
The whole basis to that is the comfort, and you don't want to overheat an area. So I would say typically 3 sessions on a particular area would be enough. What I have done on a couple of occasions, I got a dog bite here recently, and I had to deal with, and so I would treat it once very direct, then I would treat it a second time, and then I would pick the light up and move it about a 1/2 inch off of the bite so I could do it a third time because it was getting very warm on the area. And of course, you could do the same thing. You could treat it once for a minute, wait 2 or 3 minutes, treat it again. But there's a period of time that the energy that's in there is you don't need all the energy you're putting in.
Perfect. Oh, thank you so much. And so if a client wanted, say, 5 or 6 areas treated in one sitting, even with a few minutes in between, there's no detriment to individual sites. We're not going to be, okay, we can still utilize the energy fully in every area, even if we treat. Okay.
That's it.
Yay.
Perfect.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Okay. Support at MagnaWave PMF. We'll send you one of my books.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye, Allison. Nice to meet you. Bye-bye.
Okay, so Maureen asked if nothing digital was on the 6 months, same as cash. The only digital machine that's on the 6 months, same as cash, Maureen, is the Spiro Go. And then let's keep going. Does the Soul work for the Oasis mat? Tina. So the Wave Oasis mat is a vibration and PMF mat. Yes, the Soul works, but you're not going to feel the PMF. It will be strong enough, but the resistance is so drawn out, and the machine is not strong enough for you to be able to cover that resistance with the strength that you would need to feel it. So it does work. You can hook it up. You get a full body session. You can maybe hear the clicking, but it's not going to be strong enough that you're going to feel movement like you would with some of the larger machines. So I would recommend either using the Pulse Pro or above.
Okay.
And Jessica says, I'm trying an LZR before I buy. I've been pleasantly surprised at the great results. Wound healing in record time with the HydroWave LZR than the MW. I'm so excited I'll be buying. Thank you, Jessica. That's great. Those three together are amazing. I mean, stacking those three up is what the reason that we decided to offer those to our clients is because they work so well together.
Perfect. Another call.
All right, who are we calling now?
Didn't have a name. We'll see when they come on.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, Pat Zemer here.
Hi, Pat.
With Elaine.
Joanne Stoynoff. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, Joanne, how can we help you?
Hey, first, I want to thank you guys for the best opportunity of my life.
Oh,
I've started many businesses, and I just want to tell you, this one has changed my life. It's been less than a year. And I have to give a huge, quick shout out to Maureen Boyle, my mentor, who pushed me to get started. And it's just been the ride of a lifetime. I've been busting with business and meeting some great, wonderful people and just helping everybody. Horses, dogs, cats, people, you name it. So thank you so much.
Oh, well,
I can't wait to meet you. I'm coming to MagnaCon.
Oh, great. We look forward to seeing you. We're really getting excited about MagnaCon, being able to have a live presentation this year. What question can we answer for you?
Okay, so I have a client that has 2 mares, and both of them are being bred this month.
Mm-hmm.
And one is a 19-year-old quarter horse, and the other one is a 10-year-old halflinger. And the vets, I have not talked to the vet, but the vet told them that they should stop Magnawaving. Now, till
prior to mating.
Yes.
You know, you have to follow your veterinarian. If you're using your veterinarian, there are other veterinarians that may have different feelings on that with regard to fertility and ovulation and so forth. But if their vet tells them that and they believe in their vet, and I'm not saying their vet's wrong, but that's a lead that they need to talk about and follow. I would say if their vet wants to talk to one of our vets, our medical director, and have a conversation about that, we'd be more than happy to hopefully help them understand exactly what's going on and have it so there are no issues that they're concerned about. And certainly once insemination has occurred, and then then there's certainly contraindications that many people will talk about with anything. Almost anything is contraindicated when it comes to pregnancy. But that's a tough one. But if they would like us to talk with the veterinarian or hook the veterinarian up with another colleague that could talk about it, we'd be more than happy to set that up.
Okay, yeah. Sounds good. Well, thank you for the advice.
Hold on.
Yes, I always.
Elaine's got a comment for you. Okay,
sure.
Hold on. Elaine's got a comment.
Joanne, I would like to say, though, that, for example, I know many female human beings that have used the MagnaWave and have excellent result with getting pregnant after they've been told forever that they couldn't. And then I've also had the same thing in mares here in Kentucky as well as cows. So I've never in any way, shape, or form, I have never seen where it's had a problem, but that doesn't mean that this vet doesn't have their own concerns, like my dad said. But I have seen it being very beneficial in actually helping people who thought they couldn't get pregnant. And actually, they were treating a back problem, and they realized the only thing they changed after 9 years of trying to get pregnant was this, and now they are pregnant. So I think that that's something that if you are concerned, if somebody's concerned, it's really I've seen it only been beneficial, but it doesn't mean that you should always follow that specific horse may have something going on that vet feels like it needs to stop.
Absolutely. And we don't diagnose. We're not healing. We're following the guidelines of the medical practice professionals, and we're working to provide wellness. And if they're on that same page, then we can all work together.
Sure. Yeah, great point. I've been treating the 19-year-old quarter horse and the pony for almost a year now since I started. So yeah, the owner is very interested in keeping MagnaWave going because it's made such a difference in especially the older mare. And it's a big risk doing this at 19 years old. It's her first time that she's going to have a baby. So
wow.
Yeah, I think that I will talk to them and see if they want me to reach out to the vet. And if so, then I'll give you guys a call. Maybe we can hook the vet up with the medical director.
Yeah, and the other thing that you might want to talk about, and I'm sure a lot of it has to do with the area of treatment and where you're treating and so on, but when you're talking about a horse that's 19 years old, you maybe want to think about the shoulders, the ankles, the stifle areas, so they remain comfortable, so they don't have issues, and you're really not approaching the area of the foal. So you got a way to treat potentially to help the animal without treating an area that they're concerned about.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay. Support at MagnaWave PMF. We'll send you one of the books.
Okay. Thank you, guys. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Great question. And I do have to say that we're not in the business of, we're not in the healing business. We're in the wellness business, and we want to work with our doctors. We want to work with our veterinarians and to help them understand how we can help them in some cases and provide wellness and comfort and potential good health for the animals that they're dealing with.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so Sandy asked, could you please explain how the energy comes out of a coil and into the body from one side or both sides? Now, I have a large loop. I'm going to grab it.
Okay.
And I thought maybe you could explain.
Sure. So basically, if you take that large loop and you look at the center of it, it's like a target. So if Elaine centers it on her head, we're shooting straight at her head through the center of the loop. Now, where she's got a position, we're going up and down. So you're going into her shoulders, down her back, up through her head, and we're treating the whole area in that fashion. So you look at, I kind of describe it like a fountain. It comes out and goes into the center, and it's doing that in both directions. So both sides of the coil are fine, and both sides of the coil work perfectly in that fashion. Now she's made it into like a butterfly at that point. So now it again, with the two loops connected like a butterfly would be, it's going straight into the center. If you open that up and place it over your shoulder or over an animal's ankle or hock or whatever it may be, you're going back and forth. So now she's got it on her shoulder, so it's going front to back on her shoulder. And if she moved it, it'll be going in a different direction. So just look at the center of that loop like a target that you might shoot an arrow into. It goes right into the center of that, and that's where it's at. It doesn't mean that it's not around the edge or around the external edges of the coil. It's there, but the primary focus is coming out of the center of the coil, but it's the whole area like a fountain.
Yeah, a lot of people think that it needs to be touching them, and that's not the case. I mean, you could literally put a horse's hoof right in the middle of that circle and get a good treatment, right?
Absolutely. It doesn't have to be on the body. Now, it's designed to be able to rest on the body and be moved. But and that's a perfect example where horses have had issues. Back in the beginning, we didn't have the hoof box, didn't have the paddle, didn't have any of that stuff. And so I would either coil it like you just did and lift the hoof and put it on the hoof if you were going to treat a hoof, or just place the coil on the ground, place the hoof in the middle of it, and turn it on. They won't feel a thing, but you can turn it all the way up at that point and get energy into the body. Same thing with a person or an animal. You can put your feet in the middle of that thing, and it's acting like a reflexologist. It's massaging the capillaries and the nerves and the muscles in the foot to help you have some relief. We learned that with headaches. People would have headaches, and we'd treat their head, and they'd feel a little better. But then we just put it on their feet, and it just was like opening things up.
Yep, that's exactly right. Lacey says, Elaine, you're giving me flight attendant vibes. Yes, the exits are here. Your seatbelt's here.
There you go. Turn this way.
Yeah, turn this way. These are your exit. Follow the lights on the bottom if you'd like to exit the webinar. Okay. All right. Is it okay to MagnaWave a mare after they have foaled?
Sure. You're going to help it, as Elaine has shared with her personal experience with her children. The horse is full. We want the horse to heal rapidly. We want the horse to get back to a good, comfortable lifestyle and taking care of its foal and so on and so forth. So you can certainly do that. Again, if there's any bleeding situations or anything like that, you want to let all that be controlled first. But to treat the horse for comfort and wellness is a great way to proceed.
Yeah, I treated after each C-section. I've had 3 of them. I've already talked about that on this webinar. I've had 3 of them, and within 48 hours, I was able to treat, and it has been miraculous in helping me. And the funny mirror story is that my husband and his family, they breed horses, and whenever we first got pregnant, we took his grandparents out for dinner. We gave them a card to tell them that I was pregnant. It had a picture of an ultrasound inside, and my husband's grandpa goes, "What mare is this?" And my husband goes, "It's not. It's my wife." And anyways, yes.
Oh, Papa Joe. Is that right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Papa Joe. Oh,
What
he was
mare is
great.
this? Yeah. Anyways, it's me. It's not the bear.
I hear
Okay.
you. Let's see. We got another call here. Let me see what we got.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Pat Zemer here with Elaine from MagnaWave.
Hi.
How are you?
I am good. Thank you for taking my call. You had answered most of my question that I had. I'm the one with the mare that her joint. I don't know. The latest vet that we just saw, which is not the original vet that we were working with, had just said that it looks like at some point in time my mare had rolled her fetlock,
Right.
like rolling her ankle. And at no time I got my MagnaWave because of her. I started my business because of her. She's a senior mare. I love her with all my heart. And I was just like, this just seemed like a no-brainer for me to, just head in the path of doing the MagnaWave for her. Her bone bruise, which was the original injury, has healed, which is a blessing. And I'm just so excited about that. We just had our update on our reevaluation on how she's doing. And the prognosis is just not good. So now they're just like, he doesn't see any evidence of the bone bruise. He goes, well, whatever that was, it's gone. He's like, that's not even in the picture, but we're just dealing with this. Now he's telling me that her joint's going to fuse. And I did hear your answer, what you were saying. I am just absolutely at a loss. I'm going to go out and I'm going to continue to waiver as much as possible. But now that we're talking about the LZR, so should I start introducing that into it and just approaching it with as many modalities as I can?
Stacking is great. I mean, you go into a professional football team locker room, and they've got all kinds of stuff, and they use it all, and they use it on various players. Some players react better to one thing than they do the other, or they'll react better when they use 2 or 3 different modalities. And so to stack the modalities and use them for the benefit, I don't think you're not going to do anything that's going to cause additional problems. And coming back to that a little bit, it's kind of like as I was describing earlier, the arthritic situation where we have arthritis problems because we have a buildup of calcium on our joints, and then it starts impeding the nerves, it starts impeding movement. But if we're not going to melt that calcium or make it go away, but we can slow down its development and keep the comfort just with good blood circulation. And so that's what you're looking for. So if you can potentially ask your vet, if we got good blood circulation around that area, could it retard the growth or retard the fusing that we're talking about? And they may say, sure, bingo.
Yeah, no, he was absolutely supportive of me continuing to do what I'm doing. Both of my vets have they've just committed me for it. Just keep doing what you're doing. And so, yeah, so I've definitely got that support from him.
Good.
To keep doing this. But I guess, like I just said, I'm just kind of at this point.
I know.
What more can I do? I just love her with all my heart. And I was just talking to one of the sales reps yesterday, Sean, about getting the LZR. So I think I got my eyes on that. I think I'm going to try to bring that in for her.
Well, the nice thing about it, you can try before you buy. So you could get it, play with it, see what it does, and you might and get some good results, and bingo.
Yep. At least give us a little bit more time.
There you go.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you so
Perfect.
much.
Support at MagnaWave PMF. We'll send you a copy of my book.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Okay, so we have 2 questions, a couple questions here. Kayla asks about pressure points and reflexology points diagrams for other animals in the practitioner portal. Kayla, we are working on that. So give us some time. We are working on adding those to the portal and the MagnaWave mobile app. And then Terry says, treating my daughter for a year, she was doing 30 plus minutes each time with the max. Oh, somebody commented, jumped. And why, if she has more than a 1 10-minute session now, does she feel awful? She's fully hydrated and only on 1 medicine that slows heart rate down. This does not change her heart rate. But I will just say one thing, Terry, your daughter is changing. She's growing. She's got hormones. She has different issues going on, which can affect the way that the machine needs to be on the body. I mean, I would recommend adding the LZR to her sessions if possible, just to give her a different treatment. But you don't know what's going on with her hormonally and what's going on with her body. She may just, there are times in our lives where we need one thing and we don't need another. Dad, do you want to add to that? She might need a mineral supplement too.
Exactly. It could be a toxification issue to where she's toxic a little bit, and people that are high in toxins are not as comfortable around this device as people who are not. So, and as Elaine has perfectly said, as she's developing and changing, and her diet is changing maybe, and
is he gone? Uh-oh.
Oh, we're
we
back.
lost you there.
So that must have been on your end.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't either. I'm not. Who knows?
Blame me. Jeez,
Okay.
Louise.
Okay, let's see. We got another call. And we haven't put the number up. If somebody wants to talk to us, 502-599-9722, and we'll call you back and have a conversation.
Yeah, text your name to 502-599-9722.
Hello, Pat Zemer here with Elaine.
Hi, aloha, both of you.
Aloha.
Everything, and I'm so excited about your book. I gotta love the tan. I love the tan, Alana. You're looking like you just got back from Hawaii. Couldn't you use the HydroWave mixed and put in the fridge and then use it as an afterburn, just like the aloe vera gel?
Ooh,
Yes.
That's a good idea.
Yes.
I mean, I love the product. I've had it. It's fantastic. So,
Good.
I mean, I'm just thinking it's just, it's just such a,
Well, I used to do that. In fact, I wake up at 3:30 in the morning, it seems like every morning, and I either read or I start thinking about things for about a half hour, 45 minutes. Then my dyslexia puts me to sleep and I go back to sleep. But this morning when I woke up and I was reading, I got to thinking about, and my wife has used the lubricant product and used the coils. She'd put the lubricant on, then she'd use the coils, and it aids in reducing wrinkles and things like that. And I was thinking this morning about taking the HydroWave, putting it in some lubricant, making a compound, and putting that on to see how that may enhance the use of the lubricant. The lubricant is hyaluronic acid. Certainly the silver helps absorption. And so maybe we could enhance all of that as it goes into the body to help develop collagen to aid with sunburn and to aid with complexion issues.
See, Alana, if you didn't have that fabulous tan, you would never know about it.
There you go.
I know. And I was telling them earlier, Dad, about how Carson burned himself in Florida, and I put the aloe and then the MagnaWave on it, and the results were amazing.
Sure. I mean, it's all circulation. It's all penetration. It enhanced the absorption of the aloe into his skin, and what a deal.
Yeah, it was
Well,
good.
thank you. Great ideas, you both.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank
Great
you.
day. Congrats on your book.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. We got another message. Someone has called. What do you got? Got something else, Elaine? We got a few minutes.
Yeah.
Right?
Emily says, I have a dog that got rolled by a horse a while ago. She happened to develop dry eye after. She's on tacrolimus currently, thinking Use MagnaWave on her could possibly help with her tear production. And I just want to say one thing. Yes, I've tried this. My daughter had both when she was born. My oldest had both of her tear ducts. Remember this, Dad? Both of her tear ducts were clogged. Constant dry eye. Then she would have this just funk. So what we did is we did MagnaWave her based on my dad's recommendation. One eye completely got better. The other one we did have to have surgery on. But one eye got so much better, we didn't have to do both eyes, which was beneficial. So I know that you may want to add to this, Dad.
No, I think that's beneficial. Again, it all comes down to circulation, penetration of what we're trying to do. If they're using whatever the medication that excuse me, that they may be need some water, that they may be using on the eyes will be beneficial, and the MagnaWave will just enhance that.
Yeah, and I will say with pink eye, to all the moms out there or any livestock owners that have a pink eye problem, my children get pink eye. It's going to happen. I remember the first day my mom, I had Georgia and I was a new mom and I was all woo woo. And my mom was like, just wait till they get worms and pink eye. And I'm like, wait, what? kids get worms and pink eye. I didn't know. Anyways, it was scary for a new mother, but I realized that all parents go through it with pink eye, and I've gotten all sorts of medication. Sometimes I could take up to a week. You have to stay out of school, and I put a little dropper of HydroWave in the eye, and it's been amazing at clearing up pink eye. The first sign that I think my child may have it, I use it, and it's been incredible. So I've heard the same thing on livestock. I know it's a problem in cows, possibly pigs. So if you have that issue, HydroWave is an excellent choice.
There you go. Kathy asked the question, have you ever heard of a dog with severe esophagitis or mega esophagus issue? The dog can't keep food down. He does seem to get better when I MagnaWave him. Should I do the esophagus area? Yes. You want to treat the area where you're having a problem, and then as you treat the rest of the body, you're just going to help good oxygenated blood, good blood flow go to that area as well. But to treat that area itself would be something that you certainly would want to do.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Yep. Okay, we got another call here. Let me bring them up. Getting close on time, but that's okay.
Hello.
Hello, Pat Zemer here with Elaine.
Hi. So I've got this gal that reached out to me with this 7-year-old gelding that fractured his patella, and she's wondering if this would be beneficial, and they opted not to do surgery, and I was going to call her back today, so I thought I'd get your guys' take on it.
My take is a fractured patella needs to heal, and good blood circulation and good blood oxygenation will help that process along. One of the first FDA approvals for a MagnaWave, not a MagnaWave, for a PEMF device was for bone healing, bone wound healing, non-union fractures. So most certainly it could help that situation be better.
Great, that's kind of what I figured too. What would maybe be a suggested protocol on how often we should maybe try to treat it?
They're going to turn around and say it's going to take, let's just be normal, 6 to 8 weeks for it to maybe be in a healed type of situation under normal circumstances. Now, horses are different. Horses move. It's very difficult to cast. You have all those things that you're going to have to deal with. So I would treat as often as possible for that 6 to 8 week period. If that's only once a week, do that. But if you could treat that horse 2 or 3 times a week to help that area heal in a more balanced fashion, then that's going to be beneficial.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yes, very much so. That's
okay.
Kind of what I figured, but it's great to hear it.
There you go. Anything else?
I think that'll do.
Support at MagnaWave PEMF. We'll send you a copy of my book.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Great questions, and go ahead. You have something?
We have 2 more questions I'm going to answer, or 3 more, and I'm going to answer them really quickly. I've recently started MagnaWaving my horse that has excessive salivation. This is Jennifer. The horse has been cleared by both a vet and equine dentist. Have no issues. The horse only had 2 small episodes of drooling during the treatment, which was much less per her owner. Have you ever seen this before?
Yes. And it's just a situation that you want to treat. Again, so much of this has to do with muscle, soft tissue, how they handle themselves and what's going on. And good blood flow and good oxygenation is very beneficial to any type of situation like that.
Okay, great. And would HydroWave also assist the dog with esophagus issues? And Rob, my thing with that is it's not going to hurt the dog, okay? So depending on what's causing the issue, all that you could do is you're just stacking modality with that MagnaWave and the HydroWave. All you're going to do is benefit it because they don't really know exactly why this issue is happening. So I would definitely, it's not going to hurt. It's worth trying. Plus, if you get to concentrate, you can try it on yourself, try it on, other family members. It's definitely worth keeping that antibacterial agent in your body with the inflammation reduction. Do you agree?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So can it aid with some of that issue with the bacteria, what may be causing it? You got to remember, they're going to drink it, they're going to ingest it, and it's going to be gone from that perspective, except for what gets into the bloodstream. So as Elaine pointed out, Is it going to hurt? No. Could it be beneficial? Sure. But that's the way to look at that. It's probably more soft tissue and something there. But if there is, we don't know. We're not docs. The doc may say, there's a bacterial situation going on in the body or an infection over here that could be leading to that. If that's what they're saying, or that could be an issue, then certainly the HydroWave is not going to hurt at all. Any type of good food supplement is not going to hurt.
Yeah, the LZR could be beneficial in that situation as well down that area. I mean, absolutely. That's what I would go to. That try before you buy program is a great thing for you there, Rob. Do we have a timeline on when analog machines will be available to run through health insurance in Canada? Sierra, right now, we don't even have a timeline on when digital machines will be able to run through health insurance in Canada. What the Health Canada approval means for what we have right now means that they are considered medical devices by Health Canada. That does not mean that we have billing codes for the insurance portion. That's about a 9 to 10 month process that we have begun. It takes time. There's a lot of regulatory agencies we have to go through to just get the correct billing codes. And in Canada, because of Health Canada, it's just one agency we have to deal with. In the United States, if you get FDA clearance, there is one for each state and multiple sometimes for each state. So that's a much bigger process. But where we are with Health Canada is that you could ship those digital machines into the country. You can get financing for a medical device in the country, which you weren't able to get before. It's just a recognized, easier way to get the machines in and out of the country. And you will know that in the process soon, those digital machines will eventually get those codes. And we do have the spark chamber devices on the path. So when they get there, they get there. That's the best I could say. I mean, it could take years. It could take months. It's kind of just the process of dealing with the regulatory agencies. And then one last claim. What attachments, Dad, would you use for a horse with a bone spur in the poll, and for how long?
I would use the butterfly on the area or the paddle. I would treat it for 3 to 5 minutes at a very moderate setting. Is what perfect. I would recommend. Sandy asked a question about, go ahead.
No, we got a lot of questions. Go ahead, Dad.
I was going to say, what is the difference between HydroWave and C60? HydroWave is a product that's oxygenated, has better oxygenation, and the silver molecules, the nano-sized particles of silver molecules that are absorbed into the bloodstream and are basically designed to fight bacteria, so on and so forth, and to keep things clean. The C60 deals with the telomeres in the body, and the telomeres are what they use to base our age. You know, they may say someone is 71 or 72. Let me remember. And yet they have the age of a 50-year-old or a 30-year-old or whatever. And so the C60 is really there, and it helps build. When I take C60, which I take every day, my blood work has been so much better over the years. I don't know that HydroWave is really going to do all the things that the C60 does, but to use them in conjunction in certain situations would be the way to look at it. But C60 is basically dealing with the telomeres and our body age and our body defenses and so on and so forth.
Yeah, C60 is anti-aging. HydroWave is antibacterial and virus fighting. Okay, so you're talking about long-term wellness with the C60, and you're talking about keeping away viruses and bacteria issues with the HydroWave. And I want to be very clear here. If you are interested in getting C60, please do not Google C60 and purchase it online. There is a major difference between black, muddy-looking C60 and what MagnaWave sells. There is a purity and a definite difference between these products. If you are purchasing on Amazon, you are absolutely, and I promise you, getting junk C60. We have done extreme amounts of research to purchase the absolute best form of these products that we can provide to you. So I know that I've spoken with doctors, I've spoken with chiropractors, I've spoken with medical professionals all over the world who have tried different forms of C60, and they are always amazed by the type that we carry. So please do your research. I'm not asking you to believe me right out the gate, but I tell you right now that there is a difference between what we have and what other companies offer. So if it is black, gray, dirty in any way, shape, or form, it is not pure C60. So please check that out.
I need to get Max back on. I'll get in touch with Max, and we'll get Max on the one of these webinars and let him give us some more information in that area. There is a question where somebody was talking about the horses with the esophagus issue cannot drink water. Freeze some ice cubes. Says they have to have it's best for them to have ice cubes. Well, make your ice cubes out of a concentration of HydroWave, and so then they can get the benefit of the HydroWave while they're eating the ice cubes.
Okay, and then I do want to say, Kathy asked about a heart issue with 3 stents. Kathy, we cannot tell you if that person can have MagnaWave. That is absolutely something the doctor needs to decide for you. That is 100% a doctor's decision. If a heart is only working at 25%, I wouldn't want either of us to comment on whether it's safe or not safe to treat that person. That is 100% up to the doctor. If you need information about what MagnaWave is, go to the practitioner portal. There's tons of information. We also have clinical trials by study that you could search. There's heart-related clinical trials in there. Feel free to print those entire trials out and have that person give it to their doctor. But you should not make that decision, and neither should that person. That is definitely a medical professional's decision there.
My wife has stents and a wire mesh heart repair, and her doctor cleared her to use MagnaWave, but yet she has total function of her heart at this point. So that's the big issue, and you do need to talk to your doctor.
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you guys how, I have had so many doctors and vets tell me that they don't know what it is. Specifically, vets have told me, oh, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't want you to use it. And every time I've used it on my dog, and I've switched to a new vet who's open and a new doctor who's open to doing it, I've had such a great relationship with them. So I encourage everybody to get a second opinion. Find a doctor that's open to wellness, because using traditional medicine and wellness things together is important in everybody's life. Eating right, exercising, using these modalities. These are things that should be, talked to with your doctor and used, in conjunction. And I really feel like, a really good physician will be open to talking to you about other wellness opportunities besides just drugs.
More and more doctors. Absolutely. More and more doctors are getting more integrative in how they work in their practices. They understand the supplements that are available. They understand the different modalities that are available for them to use, and they believe in that. They kind of take the idea to keep you well as opposed to treating a problem. And so, but you can see that. Go to their webpage, read about them, read about their practice, and you'll see folks that use integrative methods. And if that's where your mindset is, that's where you want to look.
Yeah. Okay. So it is 1:07 now. And
okay.
So we need to, if you made a phone call in today, make sure you email, support@MagnaWavePMF.com with your name, your full name, your email address, and your shipping address. It will send you a copy of Pat's book. And then if you did not call in and you comment today, I think we should give away a full body travel mat. What do you think, Dad?
Okay, let's do that.
All right. So Chris, if you will go ahead and pick a number or pick the winner, and message it to me or text it to me really quickly, we will announce that. One of the things I do want to talk about really quickly before we get off, I want to recap. Please get your virtual tickets for MagnaCon. You can go to MagnaCon.com. That is where everything MagnaCon is located. We are sold out of live tickets. So if you haven't got your live ticket and you would like to get see what's going on, we do have 3 or 4 giveaways for the live people. The virtual people. So go there, buy your virtual ticket. Number 2, the LZR is now available for try before you buy. So get that. You could check out more information on that. Hold on, I'm waiting to see if I got the text yet.
Oh, okay, there's Mom.
Tell Mom hi. Okay, I got a winner. You ready?
We're ready.
Okay, the winner is Kimberly Hostetler. Kimberly, congratulations.
Kimberly Hostetler. Dee, you're on the speaker. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Well, there you go. There's the boss on the speaker wanting me to come pick her up, which I'm going to come do. I'll be right there. Okay.
Thanks, babe.
Okay, bye.
Love you. She is the boss. Secretly, she's the boss of all of us. Okay, so Kimberly Hostetler, congratulations. You are the winner of the full body travel mat. Congratulations. Please email support@mwpmf.com with your current shipping address, and we will get that out to you. Thank you, everybody. I'm excited. We'll see you next week, right, Dad?
Great day. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Wave on to better health.